Prepare to journey into a world of thunderous gods, legendary heroes, terrifying monsters, and epic tales that have shaped human imagination for millennia. This isn't just history, it's drama, power, passion, and the very foundations of Western thought. Are you ready to step through the veil and explore the incredible universe of Greek mythology? Greek mythology is a vibrant tapestry woven from stories passed down through generations. It explains the world, human nature, and the often turbulent relationship between mortals and the divine. These myths are filled with wonder, tragedy, triumph, and lessons that still resonate today. We're about to embark on an incredible adventure together. Whether you're a seasoned enthusiast, a curious student, a dedicated educator, or just someone looking for an amazing story, you've come to the right place. Let's unlock the mysteries. At the heart of Greek mythology stand the 12 Olympian gods and goddesses. They dwell atop Mount Olympus, ruling the cosmos with immense power, complex personalities, and often dramatic flair. Their lives are filled with feuds, love affairs, interventions in human affairs, and displays of awe-inspiring might. Zeus, the king of the gods, reigns supreme from his throne. Wielding the thunderbolt, he controls the skies and enforces order, though his numerous romantic escapades often create chaos. His power is absolute, but his temper can be volatile. Hera, his queen and sister, is the goddess of marriage and childbirth. She is fiercely protective of her domain, but is perhaps most famous for her intense jealousy and vengeful pursuits of Zeus's lovers and their offspring. Her wrath is a force to be reckoned with. Poseidon, brother to Zeus and Hades, commands the vast and unpredictable seas. With his trident, he can stir up storms or calm the waters, cause earthquakes, and shape coastlines. He is powerful, moody, and often rivals Zeus for influence. Hades, the third brother, rules the dark and mysterious underworld. He is the god of the dead and the king of the subterranean riches of the earth. Though often feared, he is generally depicted as just, if stern, and rarely interferes with the living world directly. Athena, born fully formed from Zeus's head, is the goddess of wisdom, strategic warfare, and crafts. She is intelligent, courageous, and a fierce protector of heroes and cities, particularly Athens. Her counsel is sought by gods and mortals alike. Apollo, the radiant god of the sun, music, poetry, healing, and prophecy, brings light and harmony. He is also a skilled archer and can bring plague. His oracle at Delphi was the most famous in the ancient world, guiding countless lives with cryptic predictions. Artemis, twin sister of Apollo, is the goddess of the hunt, wild animals, and the moon. She is fiercely independent, a protector of young girls, and leads her band of virgin huntresses through the wilderness. She is swift, deadly, and demands respect for nature. Ares, the god of brutal, chaotic war, embodies the violence and bloodlust of battle. He is strong and fearless, but often impulsive and less strategic than Athena. The other gods, including his own parents, often dislike him for his destructive nature. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, beauty, pleasure, and procreation, is said to have been born from the sea foam. Her beauty is unparalleled, and her influence can cause gods and mortals to fall passionately in love, often leading to dramatic consequences. Hephaestus, the god of fire, metalworking, and crafts, is the divine blacksmith. Though depicted as lame and sometimes physically unattractive, he is incredibly skilled and creates magnificent weapons and tools for the gods. He is married to Aphrodite, a union often fraught with tension. Hermes, the swift messenger of the gods, is also the god of travelers, trade, thieves, and mischief. With his winged sandals, he moves between worlds, delivering messages and guiding souls to the underworld. He is clever, quick-witted, and often acts as a mediator. Dionysus, the god of wine, revelry, madness, and theater, represents the ecstatic and untamed aspects of life. His worship involves wild celebrations and can lead to divine frenzy. He challenges social norms and brings both joy and dangerous abandon. These are just the core Olympians, each with their own complex stories, powers, and interactions that drive countless myths. Their relationships are often tumultuous, reflecting the dramatic and unpredictable nature of the world they govern. Beyond the gods, Greek mythology is populated by heroes, mortals often with divine parentage, who achieve extraordinary feats. Their lives are filled with perilous quests, battles against monstrous foes, and struggles against fate itself. These heroes embody courage, cunning, strength, and sometimes tragic flaws. Hercules, or Heracles, is perhaps the most famous Greek hero, renowned for his incredible strength. His story is one of immense power, divine madness inflicted by Hera, and the 12 impossible labors he had to perform as penance. His journey is a dramatic saga of suffering, perseverance, and eventual apotheosis. Odysseus, the cunning king of Ithaca, is the hero of Homer's epic poem, the Odyssey. His 10-year struggle to return home after the Trojan War is a masterclass in resilience, intelligence, and enduring temptation. He faces monsters, gods, and the very limits of human endurance. Perseus is the destined hero who famously slew the Gorgon Medusa. Guided by the gods, he faced seemingly insurmountable odds, using cleverness and divine aid to overcome monstrous threats and save a princess from sacrifice. His tale is one of destiny and courage. Jason led the band of heroes known as the Argonauts on a perilous quest to retrieve the Golden Fleece. His journey was filled with magic, betrayal, and encounters with powerful sorceresses and mythical creatures. It's an epic adventure of leadership and destiny. Theseus, the hero of Athens, is most famous for navigating the labyrinth and defeating the monstrous Minotaur. His story involves royal lineage, trials of strength, and a complex relationship with his city and its people. He embodies Athenian ideals of heroism. These heroes, and many others like Bellerophon, Achilles, and Hector, face challenges that test the very limits of mortality. Their stories explore themes of fate, free will, honor, and the consequences of both divine intervention and human choices. They are figures of inspiration and caution. The Greek world is teeming with fantastical and often terrifying creatures that challenge heroes and embody primal fears. These beings range from monstrous giants to cunning beasts, each adding a layer of danger and wonder to the myths. Facing them requires not just strength, but often wit and divine favor. The Minotaur, a creature with the body of a man and the head of a bull, was imprisoned in the labyrinth on Crete. It demanded a tribute of Athenian youths to devour. This beast represents the terrifying consequences of unnatural unions and the darkness hidden within complex structures. The Lernaean Hydra was a multi-headed serpent whose heads would regenerate, often multiplying when cut off. Defeating it required clever strategy, as Hercules discovered during his second labor. It symbolizes challenges that seem to grow stronger the more you fight them directly. Medusa, one of the 3 Gorgon sisters, had venomous snakes for hair and a gaze that could turn any living thing to stone. She is a figure of horror and transformation, whose defeat by Perseus is a pivotal moment in his heroic journey. Her image remains iconic. The sirens were beautiful but dangerous creatures whose enchanting songs lured sailors to their deaths on rocky shores. They represent irresistible temptation and the peril of giving in to seductive desires. Odysseus famously had to tie himself to his mast to hear their song safely. The Cyclops, giant one-eyed beings, were often depicted as brutish and lawless. Polyphemus, the son of Poseidon, trapped Odysseus and his men, highlighting the danger of encountering uncivilized power. They embody raw, untamed strength and a lack of social order. Cerberus, the monstrous three-headed dog, guards the entrance to the underworld, preventing the dead from leaving and the living from entering without permission. He is a fearsome guardian, representing the finality of death and the boundary between worlds. Other creatures like the Chimera, the Sphinx, the Harpies, and the Nemean lion fill the myths with danger and spectacle. They are not just obstacles. They often embody symbolic meanings related to chaos, fate, or the wildness of nature. Greek mythology is perhaps best known for its grand, sweeping narratives that involve entire civilizations, divine conflicts, and the fate of heroes. These stories are filled with drama, passion, betrayal, and moments of incredible heroism and devastating tragedy. They are the bedrock of Western literature and theater. The Trojan War is one of the most famous myths, detailing the 10-year conflict between the Greeks and the city of Troy. Sparked by the abduction of Helen, it involved the greatest heroes on both sides, the active intervention of the gods, and culminated in the ingenious trick of the Trojan horse. It's a saga of love, honor, war, and fate. The labors of Hercules are a series of 12 seemingly impossible tasks assigned to the hero as penance for a terrible act. From slaying the Nemean lion to capturing Cerberus, these labors showcase Hercules' immense strength and perseverance, leading him towards redemption and immortality. The Odyssey tells the epic journey of Odysseus trying to return home after the Trojan War. His 10-year voyage is fraught with encounters with mythical creatures, vengeful gods, and personal trials. It's a story of resilience, cunning, loyalty, and the enduring desire for home. The Greek creation myths describe the origin of the cosmos, starting from chaos, the primordial void. They tell of the rise of the Titans, their overthrow by the younger Olympian gods, led by Zeus, and the establishment of the current divine order. These stories explain the very structure of their universe. The myth of Perseus and Medusa is a classic hero's quest. Guided by Athena and Hermes, Perseus must overcome seemingly impossible obstacles to fulfill his destiny and defeat a terrifying monster. It's a tale of courage, divine aid, and the power of prophecy. The story of Jason and the Argonauts is an epic adventure across the known world and beyond. Seeking the Golden Fleece, Jason and his crew face mythical dangers, powerful sorceresses like Medea, and tests of their courage and unity. It's a journey of discovery and consequence. These narratives, along with countless others like the tragedy of Oedipus, the flight of Icarus, or the myth of Pandora's box, provide profound insights into the human condition, the nature of the gods, and the forces that shape our lives. They are timeless stories of struggle and meaning. Why do these ancient Greek stories continue to fascinate and inspire us thousands of years later? Because they are fundamentally human. They explore universal themes: love and loss, courage and fear, fate and free will, justice and injustice, the struggle for power and the search for meaning. They provide a dramatic lens through which to view the world. The gods embody powerful forces and complex psychological traits. The heroes face challenges that mirror our own struggles, albeit on a grander scale. The monsters represent the fears and obstacles we must overcome. Greek mythology has profoundly influenced Western art, literature, philosophy, and even language. References to these myths are everywhere, from the names of planets to psychological terms like narcissism or Oedipal complex. Understanding these stories is key to understanding much of our cultural heritage. For students, they offer a gateway into ancient history, literature, and critical thinking. For educators, they provide rich material for discussion and analysis. For enthusiasts and the general public, they are simply incredible, entertaining, and thought-provoking stories that transport us to another time and place. They are tales of high drama, intense emotion, and epic scale. They teach us about the consequences of hubris, the importance of cleverness, the power of love, and the inevitability of fate. They remind us that even in a world ruled by powerful, capricious gods, human courage and ingenuity can make a difference. Exploring Greek mythology is an enriching experience that expands your understanding of history, culture, and the enduring power of storytelling. It's a journey into a world that feels both ancient and surprisingly relevant, filled with characters and events that continue to spark the imagination. This has been just a glimpse into the vast and incredible world of Greek mythology. There are countless more gods, heroes, monsters, and stories waiting to be discovered. Each myth offers new insights and dramatic twists. Don't let your exploration end here. Pick a god, a hero, or a myth that caught your attention and learn more. Comment below what you would like to see in a future video. Also, you could read the ancient texts like Homer's epics or the plays of the Greek tragedians. Explore modern interpretations in books, movies, and art. Share what you've learned with others. The world of Greek myth is open to everyone. Start your deeper dive today.